Hi guys, my name is Salman. I'm preparing for my US residency. I'm a graduate of GMC Srinagar, as you might know, batch 2010, and I recently graduated this year. So a lot of people come to me to ask questions regarding the process and how to go about into the USMLEs and the US medical residency system. So I thought I'll post a few videos regarding it and to enlighten you regarding the process and what all you have to do from the get-go from the first year for those who are aiming for that, and maybe some people in the intern year or in the final year might want to pursue USMLE. So I'll be doing a set of videos regarding the process and how to go about it, how to start, and what are the important requirements going ahead. So this video is an introduction, and it will give you a basic outlook on the path towards USMLEs and the various steps you have to take going ahead. To begin with, let me tell you that this is a very arduous process. It's not an easy thing to go through. There's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of things go about when considering USMLEs and the residency situation on the whole. Not to scare you, I'm a very optimistic person and I like people that are optimistic, but the match rates are still the same. The percentage of IMGs matching into programs is still the same. In terms of IM, internal medicine, which is what I'm preparing for. But the overall scenario is getting tougher by the day when it comes to both the immigration, which is doing the visa and other stuff, and as well as the competitiveness of the exams, because a lot of people from the Caribbean schools, which are kind of IMG schools, internal medical graduate schools located below the US in the Caribbean countries, they are coming in droves and taking over residency positions. So probably these go into the percentage of the IMGs matching, and these might create a bias in the data. So overall, it's a very arduous process, but I would say that it is one of the most fulfilling processes. United States is one of the best, if not the best place to learn medicine, and I think the journey is worth it. So what I start with is the duration of the process. So what USMLE entails is your dedication for at least 1 or 1.5 years, leaving aside your intern year. So what do we start with? Basically, you have to fulfill you have to give 4 exams, and those exams are USMLE Step 1, Step 2, which has 2 parts, Step 2 CK, which is the clinical knowledge, and Step 2 CS, which is the clinical skills, and Step 3 is an additional exam which you can give only after completing all these initial 3 exams. So Step 1 and Step 2, the 2 parts of Step 2, when completed together, make you ECFMG certified. So what is ECFMG? ECFMG is the Educational Commission for Foreign Medical Graduates. It's the body which regulates the entry of foreign medical graduates into the United States and sponsors your visa basically when you come to the United States to do your residency. I'm sorry for the lighting. I couldn't get a better room, and it's very difficult to adjust the lighting. So basically, the most important thing is to give your Step 1 and Step 2. Step 3 can be given during your residency or before that. It's better to give before that so that you get over with it, but it usually does not make a huge impact on your chances of residency. Other than I have heard that it does impact your if you're applying into psych or pediatrics. Of course, it's beneficial if you have it done before you apply to internal medicine too, but it's not a so-called big requirement. So going ahead, I want to discuss that's how I say 1.5 years. So it is usually people who have not decided, who decide in their intern year, start preparing in their intern year. So usually the intern year starts for us in Srinagar starts in January. So you prepare the entire intern year, and at max you might give it in the Jan of next year. So the application process, the time when you apply to the programs is September of any given year. So when you apply to program September, you should be ECFMG certified. That's the basic minimum requirement. I mean, it's not necessary that you be ECFMG certified. I mean, most of the US graduates are not. I have not given their step 2 CK or CS exams. But what I would say is for an IMG, it's very essential to be ECFMG certified so that the programs know that you have qualified the basic minimum criteria and you're not going to flunk in going ahead. So that is one thing I would require you to do. So for that, you would have been able to give your step 1 in Jan, at least in Jan, so that you have at least 5 or 6 months to do step 2 CK and CS. That depends on you. Some people require a lot of time for CS or CK. I did not. I did my steps within a year. Did it all in 2017, Jan, July, and June, July. So it depends on you. So the timeline is as such that you have to have all step 1 and step 2 done by September, so that you're in a good position to apply for residency programs. So considering going ahead, how the system is, it is 3 years of residency, internal medicine, psych is 4 years, pediatrics is 3 years, gen surgery is 5 years. Gen surgery is a competitive branch. Psych is a competitive branch. Internal medicine probably less competitive than the other two. Psych used to be very easy, but due to its very good lifestyle and the good amount of money you earn in psych, probably it has become a lot more tough, according to what I hear from my friends who are applying to psych. At the same time, pediatrics is easy. Family medicine, well, I don't know much about it, but it seems to be easy. The second tier branches, as you know, radiology, obs-gynae, they are a bit tough. Not a bit tough, they are very tough to get in. You need a lot of research, you need a lot of contacts around in the United States to vouch for you, to let the other programs know that, yeah, you're a good student, because the scores are not the only thing which matter. It is the contacts you make and the various letters you get, letters of recommendation, or the various experiences you have in the United States clinical system, which matter too, which I'm going to go ahead explaining them in the future. But these are the tough programs: radiodiagnosis, obs-gynae, I would say surgery. Preliminary is easy to get, but on the whole, surgery, I've heard, is a tough branch, according to what I hear. And then there are branches which are almost impossible for us, which we can not even dream of getting. I would say, I've not discouraged you, but that's how it is. So there are urology, there is neurosurgery, plastics, dermatology, ENT and ophthalmology, which if you might seem back home, they're like they go way behind, but here it's a big branch, a big field with a good lifestyle and plenty of money. So the US grads prefer going into these branches. So this is a general outlook. So talking about internal medicine, the branch I am applying in, it's 3 years of basic clinical training in internal medicine, and then you can do 3 years of fellowship. Fellowship 3 or 2 years, depending on the branch you want to go in. So it's 3 years for cardiology, gastroenterology, hem-onc. Palm crate is 3 years, and then the 2-year branches are rheumatology, endocrinology, and likewise. So that's a long way to go. You can decide on that later, but that's the general outlook of the thing. So I'm going to discuss the pros and cons of coming to the US, the different uh, methods and the different ways you can prepare for your USMLE step exams going ahead. Um, what the basic requirements are for you to apply into residency, and what all things you can do to improve your profile going ahead into the USMLEs and US into the applications of the US residency system. I'll be talking about that in the near future. I hope I get time. I have a lot of time, but it generally requires a lot of willpower to get started on all this. So I hope to see you in the future, and let me know if you have any questions. You can directly post them on the YouTube video I will post. I mean, this video I'm posting. You can directly message me on email or Facebook or whatever. I mean, so I'll look ahead and let me see how I can help you. I mean, there's a dearth of people coming to the US now from my college, from our college. People get surprised, the Kashmiris here, that people are not coming. Earlier it used to be a big thing from my college, and now it's gotten a little slow, and I guess it's a tough job, so that's why. Anyways, not taking much of your time. I hope to see you soon, and good luck. Take care.